Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Indoor Football League Insider Show, live from the beautiful Glory Days Grill here in Towson, Maryland. This show is being sponsored by Scotland Kitchen and Bath Designs and Fillmore Fit. Tonight we have an exciting show for you guys. We have two coaches from the Capital City Seahawks. We've got Coach Crow, James Crowell, and Lamont Gore. Coach Lamont, how are you?
Just fine.
Just fine. Good. Okay, so what is the difference between indoor and outdoor football?
Well, indoor football you play inside, football you play outdoors.
Let's rephrase. What are the challenges? What are the difference in challenges for indoor? And we always like to start out on a humorous note. Indoor and outdoor football.
I think some of the biggest challenges for us coming from the outdoor game is understanding how to manage a lesser roster. You're usually having 60, 65 guys, and you got to go down to 25, 30. So those are some of the biggest challenges. And then the rules. You know, the rules are so different when you're dealing with the linebackers and what you can do with the linemen. So just, just some schematics and people dealing with your personnel.
Gotcha. Okay. So what are your thoughts of the importance of the Mid-Atlantic Indoor Football League being a developmental league?
Well, it's good for the guys to start on a developmental level so they can get some experience and hopefully one day move up.
Dang on, Mike. For a team like ours who's coming from the outdoor game, for us it's a good step in the right direction to learn the game as an organization. Some of our key players that are going to come from our outdoor game are going to probably try out for the indoor game and getting them to experience, so when they're ready, like Lamont said, they can move on up to the next level, whatever that may be for them.
So let's talk about that outdoor team. Now that you have it and you've made it to the playoffs this season, is there going to be a major change in strategy now going into an indoor league of football?
Well, since you mentioned the playoffs, my team, outdoor team, lost his outdoor team 2 weeks ago. So I already been strategizing in my mind for the indoor team. So, but for me, honestly, it's not hard. I mean, like you said, you go from 60 to 30, but it's something we do every day, managing a football organization, from fields, uniforms, referees, footballs, whatever you need. So, I mean, honestly, I love it. It's something that I thrive on. I mean, if I could get paid to do it, I would, you know what I'm saying? All the planning that I have to go through every day just for football. I mean, I don't even work most of the time on my day job because I'm on the phone, and honestly, I did that today, technically. But it's something I love, so to me, it's not very hard. It's something I live for every day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people always call me because I know somebody or someone or something that they can do or what they need to handle what they got to take care of. So it's fun for me.
To add on that, the mechanics don't change from outdoor to indoor. You still got to get the facilities and uniforms. You still got to set your dates, and you still got to groom your coaches to what you want, the standards that you want them to uphold. For me, it's going to be more of a learning experience. This is my first time doing indoor ball. They had to talk me into it several times over several weeks, over several different conversations because I'm just not familiar with the rules, so it's a change, and sometimes change can be uncomfortable. But the mechanics of getting the guys ready and prep to play, picking your coaching staff, all that's pretty normal. For us, it's gonna be a change for the Seahawks because for me, I've been the head coach and owner of the Seahawks since we started the team. I won't head coach this team, so that's going to be a change for me to not just say I would do this and not kind of overstep those lines that we're drawing. So, but I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great experience, and we're coming in fully expecting to keep up our tradition of winning and hopefully win this league this year. That's the goal. Where we don't come to lose.
As a coach, what do you do to prep your players to be the best that they can possibly be?
Well, that comes from practice. And as James mentioned, I kind of been dipping and dabbing with indoor or arena football. Like I was talking to Mr. Rick earlier, I'm the type of owner and general manager that I call myself on my team that look to the next level opportunities for the guys. So again, we're going to prepare them in practice. Of course, we're going to have trials, you know, and we're looking for the best athletes available. Even though we both have semi-pro organizations, we're not just looking within. We're looking for outside guys that play, you know, indoor arena football with some experience and can come in and go right to it. You know, we don't have to wait around and, like you said, even though he's learning the game more and more. I know more of the rules because I've been doing it for a couple of years now. I did it last year with the team in the MAIFL, and then I did it a couple of years ago under Matt Steeple with the Washington Eagles.
Yes, we talked to Coach Steve just a couple of months ago, and he was telling us that some of these guys are not spring chickens, okay, to be kind. And that's okay because they pride themselves on that they're a little late in the game, so to speak. What exactly do you do as a coach to get their bodies to where they need to be? Because it's a really rigorous sport.
Well, you know, in basketball, you know how they take the older players, they say manage their minutes. So we kind of do the same thing with the older players, manage the plays, making sure they're in the spots where we need them the most and not overuse them. Another thing that we like to do with the Seahawks is we like to take players that are in that 24 to 28 age range, and we not say we stay away from the older players because we definitely need the older players. However, we try to make sure that we stay young. We try to stay young, and that's kind of been one of our secrets to success. You have the veterans in the right place. You have the young guys coming in and learning, and if you keep that going, you're always going to keep a squad that has that great balance where you can use the experience of your older players, that youth and hunger of the younger players to drive you forward to the wins and things that you need. And then, especially when you have these younger players that are looking to go to the next level, they bring another set of hunger to the older guys. Like, hold up, I can still do this. Just because you're young doesn't make you better. So that's, you know, we try to keep that mix. And again, that's what a 60-man roster, what we have to learn here, or at least what I have to learn here, that's why this guy is helping make sure we do it right, is how do we do that with a lesser roster? What's that good mix? What's that good number? Because you got to have those older guys, but you don't want to be too old, and you don't want to be too young. One of the things that we don't do with the Seahawks is I don't take guys right out of high school. You got to have some type of college experience to play in our organization, because we feel like if you're young enough to still be in college, maybe you should go. So we try to stay away from that. Now, again, some of those older players may have not been to college, but those guys are a little bit of a different situation because they have been playing for a while. So
Tell me about the schedule, because, you know, like you said, all of you have day jobs. So what is the schedule like and getting everybody together, and how difficult is that with everybody's time and management? How do you guys handle that?
Well, honestly, we just set a schedule and they technically have to abide by it. Everybody technically can't meet the schedule, or, you know, if they want to play. I mean, most guys know, a majority of them know, they want to play football. It's going to technically practice in the evening and games on the weekend. Now, everybody doesn't have a 9 to 5. I call them, when you work Sunday, Saturday, Monday, I call them 7-day-a-week jobs, because you might work any day, any time. But some guys can work it out and switch days and go in this day and take off this day. But we set a schedule of what days we're going to practice and what times. We put it out there to the guys, and they abide by it. You know, and some of them will come to us and, Coach, I can't make it today, I got to work. You know, we will try to adjust, because, again, with this arena football, even for, like I said, James and myself, the practice is going to be a little different. Now, again, too, I had guys that played on my outdoor team years ago. They played for Steeple on another team, and they practiced like at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's all up to the coaches or the owner of the team and the facility where you're going to practice, because, again, we both have turf fields that we can use to practice on. This is outdoors. But in order to play this game, you want to practice like we're going to play, which is indoors. So it's a couple of facilities that we can use that's indoors but also we have to battle with their schedule. So whatever open, that's what we have to fit in practice. So we're gonna make it work.
Make it work. Okay. So how hard is it going to be for the players that play the outdoor game to adjust to the indoor game if you have players from your outdoor team on the indoor team?
Well, football is football at the end of the day. So if you can run, catch, pass, tackle, hit, you're going to adjust pretty easy. I think there's some key positions that some guys are going to have to really pay attention to the rules. But a quarterback's a quarterback, receiver's a receiver. I think you get into some sticky ground when you talk about linebackers, maybe some lineman positions. But for the most part, the best athletes are going to shine. And as a coach, it's up to us to make sure that those best athletes understand the transition, they understand the rules, they understand how to excel in this game. And I think we put together a pretty good coaching staff. We have some young coaches, we have a couple older coaches, just like we try to mix the team, try to mix the staff. Like one of our offensive coordinators, his name is going to be Tony Green. He's had an extensive arena background, played at Bowie State, was actually on the Ravens practice squad for a while. So we try to bring in guys that have that total experience that can go ahead and say, hey, this is how you play the outdoor game, and this is how you play the arena game, and this is how we're going to make you the best player you can possibly be for this style of football.
Okay, we are going to take a short break, but come right back. More Insider on the way.
They always say you get out what you put in. But who are they? We never see them, we never hear them, we never notice them. If you can stop worrying about them and focusing on you, you will be a better person. You will achieve what you set out. Just stay focused with a great support system. But just know, you are your biggest supporter. Warriors don't break. Warriors don't make excuses. Warriors dig deep, fight tooth and nail until the end. It's time for the takeover. It's time to release your inner warrior. Are you ready to feel more fit?
At Scotland Kitchen and Bath Designs, we believe the project should be fun and easy from start to finish as we turn your ideas into a result you can be proud of. Our owner, Rick Guy, has over 30 years of experience and a great reputation in the design industry. You'll find a wide range of cabinet styles and prices to fit your budget. Call today for an appointment. Scotland Kitchen and Bath Designs, 410-686-2525.
Welcome back to the Mid-Atlantic Indoor Football League Insider Show. I'm your host, Meredith Marks, and we are here with Coach Crowell and Coach Lamont from the Capital City Seahawks. Hey guys, thanks again for joining us. We appreciate it. And this episode is being sponsored by Scotland Kitchen and Bath Designs and Fillmore Fit, and we are live here in Towson, Maryland at Glory Days Grill. So what are your thoughts about playing in a league that is a developmental league and none of the players get paid?
Well, I said I'm fine with it because it's an opportunity for them to grow. And if they do good, perform well, they may show signs where they can go get paid. That's the whole object of the game.
So, players not getting paid. If we could pay all the players equally and we make it fair, yeah, of course we would make sure they got compensated. However, that's outside of the rules. So, like Lamont said, it's opportunity, and with opportunity comes struggle. So sometimes this is their struggle. If they want an opportunity, they have to go ahead and struggle through this level of football. With the organization, we've been able to do some things in the past with the outdoor game where we sent guys to NFL combines. We sent a couple guys over to Europe. We sent guys over to school as well. So the opportunities with this organization has always been there. And I look at this as another set of opportunities that we're bringing to these players. And it's really going to be up to them because the coaches are here, the ownership is here to work with these guys, and they just have to want it. They really got to want it, and it's going to show on the field. There have been guys, my quarterback last year, he was able to play on the next level up arena team with the Richmond Rough Riders. It was up to him to take advantage of that opportunity. So they're there. They're absolutely there. And, you know, one thing about football, you can say a lot about the game, but it's fair. It's fair. If your talent shows above everyone else's, someone will notice. And if you're not a schmuck and you're not, you have a great attitude, folks will notice and they will pick you up. And that's one thing we can say. It's not unfair, and it tells a lot about a man's character on how they prepare and play this game. So high character guys, hard working guys, and God-given talent, the opportunity will shine for them.
Let's talk about that for 1 second, because the NFL is notorious for a few players that haven't shown great character.
Right.
And are a bit pompous.
Yes.
And can be schmucks.
Yes.
What do you guys do as coaches to help your guys stay in check with their attitudes, be positive, and be great role models for your community?
Sometimes it is hard, like you're dealing with 60 men. With my outdoor teams, for example, I technically don't coach a position. I'm kind of more of the actual wide receiver coach, but I have a head coach, offense coordinator, assistant offense coordinator, defense coordinator, linebacker coach, and James Crowell can tell you, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm making sure not just my players, but the people in the stands are taken care of, coming in the gate, making sure my field is correct. But the players, you have to deal with each one of them. And like I said, it's 50 to 60 of them, differently. And we both had done it because I've seen from the other sideline and on his sideline that, you know, you deal with, you gotta kind of sometimes gotta calm them down, walk them away from situations. But again, like you said, we want to be role models because some of us play in urban areas, and like the field I use is a youth organization field. So we can't be acting like schmucks, as y'all say, in front of them because it's not gonna look good. You know, some people don't get to go to NFL games, but we're the next best thing to it. So we got to carry ourselves, and I feel that he preaches that just like I do with my team. It's your attitude.
Mm-hmm. That's first, right?
That's first.
That's first.
Because honestly, you get a guy with a terrible attitude, I honestly tell him I don't need him.
That's it. You know how I do. Good question. Pride, professionalism, family football. That's the moniker for the Seahawks. If you look at our website, it's the first thing you see. So pride, professionalism, like I'm a military vet, so that's what we preach in the Navy, pride and professionalism. So the pride and professionalism can get you out of pretty much any situation because it's going to make sure that you make the right decision at all times. Family, of course, we got to be a family out there. So you can't be above the team, you can't be better than the team, you can't be bigger than the team. So if you think you're better than the team, you're bigger than the team, but obviously you're playing at the wrong level, right? And so you need to move up. But only way you move up is you master this level. And that goes to the football. You can't move up a level until you master the level you're at. So pride, professionalism, family, football, it means something, and that's what we bring to these guys every day as a Capital City Seahawk. You don't have those four things, and you can't execute on in those four arenas, there's no need for you to be here, and maybe we're not the right organization for you. But it shows because players that cannot survive in our program or in Lamont's program usually end up playing at a level lower than what we're playing at. And it shows. Trust me, it definitely shows.
That bar.
Yes, that bar is set, and we can't go below that bar. And like, for example, I have a rule: you can't come to my practice and not practice. Like a lot of times in minor league football, guys want to come and stand around and watch. What you looking at? Either you're working or you're gone. And I believe in that.
It's not happy hour, guys. It's not happy hour.
It's definitely not happy hour. So again, just dealing with those attitudes starts from the top. You set the tone from the beginning. And you're going to have outbursts and things like that. It's a physical game, guys. You know, testosterone's all over the place. But that's when you go to your team leaders, your coaches. And then sometimes you just got to get in their lives. I'm in a lot of my guys' lives, understanding their situation. And then I think that goes a long way in them being better men at the end of the day. So...
Now being a new team to the league and being put in the same division as last year's champions, the Reapers, how do you prepare to go against them as well as the other 4 teams in the league?
They don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance.
Game on!
Let me tell you something. A lot of respect for Coach Reggie Shipp. Known him for a long time, but he's never gotten a win over Capital City Seahawks. His last outdoor team, we dogged him. So it ain't gonna change. He got by last year, you know, Shamrocks, you know, in his shoes, but Reggie, you gotta let go of that title. It's okay. You did well. You represented good. Yeah, you represented well. I give it to him. He did it. He did it right. He has a really good program, but it's got to go down. It's got to.
He just looked good winning because he bought your uniform. Right?
Yes, he did. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You know, and if you got on Capital City Designs, then you're gonna play well. So that's just what. Yeah. What can you say?
All right, Coach Gore, you had a team in the Mid-Atlantic Indoor Football League last season. What did you learn from last season to do different with this new team in the league, and have you partnered up with Coach Crowell for both of you to apply to the 2018 season?
What I learned last year was, and I know Mr. Rick and Coach Steve will appreciate this, not to combine indoor with outdoor. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I've been involved a little bit with it with Coach Steve a while, and they asked me to join, so I did it. But it was a little difficult because I actually was with another gentleman also running outdoor team. So a couple of games we was running from indoor to outdoor and vice versa. But we tried to make it work and do the best we can. I mean, we gave Ship first half a run for his money.
Healthy competition is always good.
Yeah, I mean, he had 30 guys. I had 12, maybe. But some of the guys got some experience, and honestly, they've been asking me, I'm trying to play again. So again, teaming up with Coach Pro, I think we're going to be very, very successful.
For the 2018 season, insight?
Insight on the 2018 season. Well, I feel like with Coach Gore coming aboard, helping guide us through this process, we're going to be administratively sound as far as having our stuff together as an organization, being in the right place at the right time. I think that's 90% of the battle, being able to do things right from the head shed. And then from a football perspective, I feel like we got the right coaching staff, the right experience that's going to push us forward from a scheme-wise. Now, as far as the players, we've always, between my team and Coach Gore's outdoor team, we've always been able to get the best players in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. We've always had the best players. If you look at the Seahawks record, as far as championships, 5 years, 3 championships, fell short this year, but we just played the conference championship on Saturday against Albany. So we're gonna pull some of that talent that only me and him can get in this area, and we're gonna have a buzz that's going to rival some of the teams that have been in this league more than multiple years. And I think it's going to create an atmosphere where there's going to be really, really, really good competition, and there won't be a Reaper team or Warriors team or Eagles team walking away with any championship. When they play us, they're going to understand they played in a football game, and they probably need to step the game up. And I think that's what's going to happen this year. Oh yeah, we don't come to lose. We come to learn, first and foremost, because it's our first stab at it, but we don't come to lose. There's no lesson that you can lose. There's no lesson you need to learn by losing, right? You can learn all those lessons and still win the game.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we like this winner mindset. Come on back in just a moment. This is the Insider Show.
They always say you get out what you put in. But who are they? We never see them, we never hear them, we never notice them. If you can stop worrying about them and focusing on you, you will be a better person. You will achieve what you set out. Just stay focused with a great support system. But just know, you are your biggest supporter. Warriors don't break. Warriors don't make excuses. Warriors dig deep, fight tooth and nail until the end. It's time for the takeover. It's time to release your inner warrior. Are you ready to feel more fit?
At Scotland Kitchen and Bath Designs, we believe the project should be fun and easy from start to finish as we turn your ideas into a result you can be proud of. Our owner, Rick Guy, has over 30 years of experience and a great reputation in the design industry. You'll find a wide range of cabinet styles and prices to fit your budget. Call today for an appointment. Scotland Kitchen and Bath Designs, 410-686-2525.
Welcome back to the Mid-Atlantic Indoor Football League Insider Show. I am your host, Meredith Marks, and we are here with Capital City Seahawks coaches, Coach Crowell and Coach Lamont. Thanks, guys, for staying with us on this episode. Well, Coach Crowell, being partners with this team, and Coach Gore, what do you both bring to help these players learn the game and compete at the players' highest level?
I think for me, being that this is my first endeavor into the indoor game, I think I'm going to bring that organizational mindset, bring that top level leadership, that no nonsense. We're going to do it one way and one way only. As far as getting them better on the field, I feel that for me, we put together a coaching staff, so I'm going to step back from the coaching this time and it'd be more of that mentorship role for the guys and the coaches so we can propel them forward that way. So it's a little bit of a different role for me, but I still expect the same results. How about you?
My role that I like to take on is, and James will tell you, I mean, he gives me props because a lot of the coaches in the outdoor game say that I'm a good GM.
Yes, you are.
So that's what I'm taking my pride on, bringing the guys in, or trying to recruit the guys, and then while they're at practice, I'm talking to them, getting to know them, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, sometimes I get to know who your family members are, just because if you're going to be part of our organization, we want to know who mom is, we know dad, or maybe even grandma, just to know that we a close-knit family, that your child or your son will be taken care of. But that's the type of role that I take. So, you know, I mean, I dip and dab a little bit with the coaching a little bit because at heart I'm still a football player myself. So, but I take more of a GM role to make sure everything is taken care of, the needs are met, and our needs are met too on the field and off, because you know it's more than just playing football. You have to be on time, you know, uniform, everything you need to get and taken care of. So that's what we do.
Speaking of you playing football, what role do you prefer? Do you like to be on the field or do you like to be off the field? And why?
I really like to be on the field, like on the sideline. Like I said, I'm paying attention to everything. Like I said, with my organization, technically it's just me and my wife most of the time. I really don't have a lot of help. So I'm at the gate checking on her. I'm doing the water. I'm holding the footballs because the NFL footballs that we use outdoor cost $100. So I got the tee here. I pay the refs. I'm getting the tools on my bag to fix helmets. So I do everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of work on game day. So I prefer to be the offensive coordinator. That's what I prefer. But when you are leading an organization, you can't do that because, like you said, it's helmets to be fixed, water to be got, uniforms to pass out, people at the gate, the session has to come through. Oh man, there's so much stuff you have to do. So it's going to be good for me this season going into the indoor where I won't have any of the coaching responsibilities, and I'm really going to focus in this year. See if I like it, I probably won't, but see if I like just doing the management role, just doing the high-level work, just doing the administration, just getting the tickets done, and all the tedious work that we try to fit in between actual coaching the football game. So we'll see how it goes, see if I can stomach it for a season, and if I like it, I might stick with it. If I don't like it, you might see me back on the field with a whistle and a playbook. So we got to see how it goes. Like I said, it's a first swag at it for me, just doing administrative stuff.
You got to get the hobble under control first, right? First you have to concentrate on fixing the bum leg. Now I want the fun story, and I really hope it's a good one. How did you break this leg?
I knew you were going to ask. Okay, so last year, 2016, I was actually playing basketball in Hawaii, and I tore my Achilles tendon in my left foot. So I basically took a whole year off, put on some weight, and I didn't like it. So last January, at the beginning of this year, I started getting into the gym, started, running, boxing, really getting myself in shape. So the plan was actually to play a little bit and actually join his flag team once I got myself together. So I was out there just kind of throwing the ball with a team, having some fun, just really working out. So they asked me to be a part of a tournament. I said, oh yeah, tournament, yeah, I can do that. This is a good start in getting myself together. So I played the tournament, everything was fine, great, perfect. So they was like, okay, we got one more tournament coming up, coach. Can you quarterback this one tournament? Sure. We got a scrimmage on Sunday. So we played the game on Saturday. We won the game. We beat the DMV Elite. Sunday I go out there. I'm feeling good. Great. I throw about 4 or 5 passes, and some kid thought that this was NFL tackle football. I throw the football. Beautiful pass, though. I'm going to tell you. It was a beautiful pass. Hit the point. I threw the ball. I had my plant leg firmly on the ground. I threw the ball. I saw him coming, but at 36, I can't move like I was 26. So at 26, I see him coming. I might just jump out the way. At 36, I'm like, oh boy, here he comes. And instead of him going for my flag, he actually took a swan dive towards the back of my calf and broke my fibula, and I fractured my tibia. I have a rod and 4 screws. And yeah, I don't think I'll be playing any more football anytime soon.
Did he send you like a fruit
No
basket?
postcard, no fruit basket. I didn't even get soup. I didn't even get no soup. I want a chicken noodle. He didn't even send it.
I just want the chocolate covered strawberries and chocolate covered bananas.
But I'm getting better. I'm healing. I did a little bit too much this weekend, so I'm paying for it today. But I'm getting better, and hopefully within the next 2 months I'll be off the crutches completely and heading towards recovery. I want to be back in the gym in January, so that's the goal. Maybe February. March wouldn't be too bad either, but sometime early next year I want to be back in the gym and just working out again, and I'm going to be taking up bowling. Bowling, maybe some badminton, some
Croquet?
Yeah, maybe some, maybe pool.
Miniature golf?
Miniature golf? Yeah.
I'll set a tea time with you.
I'm there.
I'm good.
Don't really get a hole-in-one often, but I sure as hell will try. What is one of the most craziest plays that you have been involved in as both a coach or a player over the past couple of years? I'll give him a minute to think about it. Do, 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 do.
So the first year of my team, back in 2013, we was playing this team called the Maryland Hurricanes. Really good team, good guys. We had beaten them in the regular season, like we completely blew them out. But this day they came to play. So we get the ball. We're losing by a touchdown, about 4 points. So we get the ball back with like 3 minutes left. Our quarterback throws the ball. Our receiver JB catches the ball. He turns, scores a touchdown. Crowd goes completely nuts. We had like 300 people there. Remember at Walker Mill? The place was filled. He scores. They get the ball back with like 1 minute 15 seconds left. So the quarterback's name is Marcus Parham, real good quarterback. We rush him, boom, we hit him. He bounces off to the side, puts his hand on the ground. He spins out the tackle, comes around the boundary. The guy's in his face. He pump fakes him. The guy jumps. He moves out the way, and he throws his bomb to the tight end. He catches the daggone ball. He catches the ball. They win the game. Craziest play I've ever seen in my life. I swear we had to hit Marcus at least 3 times on that play, and we had him dead to rights, and he just launches Aaron Rodgers style. Yeah, that's the craziest play. But after that, we didn't lose him ever again. But anyway, that's the end of it.
Just to add to that, there's a lot of plays that I could tell you, but I'm going to add to that Marcus Parham play. I was playing a team called the Baltimore Warriors that he was with, but he wasn't at the game. We were winning. He wasn't there. We looked back, he jumped the fence, came in the game and won the game.
Yeah. Thorn in our side, Marcus Park.
That's awesome.
Good guy though, real good guy.
Good guy. All right, we like to hear that. I think that so far all of you are good guys. Maybe not Ship. We're going to throw some fighting words on this episode to him, but that's okay because we love him anyway.
That's my guy.
Coach Crow, James Crowell, thank you so much. And Coach Lamont Gore, thank you. Capital City Seahawks. Greatly appreciate you guys coming on the episode. Again, this episode is being sponsored by Scotland Kitchen and Bath Designs and Fillmore Fit. Thank you so much to Glory Days Grill in Towson for hosting our show, the insider of Mid-Atlantic Indoor Football League. And I am your host, Meredith Marks. Until next time.